It's Learning at Work Week, and we're here with Beth to talk all things learning and your learning journey.
Well, thanks for inviting me here. I'm very excited to be part of this week.
I want to hear a bit about you. So what is your role? What's your sort of career journey been on and off the island? And how has learning really helped you navigate through that journey?
So my role at the moment is Head of Design on Menswear. And really I'm responsible for all the design and development of all the menswear product within River Island, setting the vision and communicating it through all the different stakeholders who are involved with the menswear area.
Before your time here at River, what sort of roles were you in before that point, and how did you get here?
When I started out, I was started out with a supplier, which was such an incredible experience for me. I was really exposed to all the different functions that is involved in the designing and the development. Yes, certainly design, and that's what we were championing within this sort of supplier forum. We got to work with different brands, whether that was your M&S, Arcadia at the time. So you got a real sort of exposure to different brands and sort of really understanding what they needed and what the customer needed on the high street. I was really exposed to all the different functions. So actually sort of moving the design look and feel on, but also being part of the costings, really integrated with the garment tech team, so really having a true understanding of what they required, working super closely with factories and spending weeks with the factories out in China or Indonesia, and really getting a firm understanding of their capabilities, but also being able to kind of navigate and push those guys in certain areas as well to achieve the final look that we needed.
That's really exciting. Is that an unusual route?
Not always. I think often graduates often think that perhaps you need to start with the brand to get that on your CV, but actually I can't emphasise enough the grounding that I got and the strong experiences and learnings that I picked up from that supply base.
Amazing, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's chat about a little bit about what learning at work means to you.
For me, learning at work, it's an opportunity, and actually we should be grabbing all these opportunities and being open to learning as much as we can. I think at River Island we have a whole host of courses, timetable sessions, but actually for me, I think growing your learning through experiences is really valuable.
Wondered what a really standout learning point has been for you in your whole of your career?
I've probably got a couple, to be honest. It's really hard to choose. In my previous time, before River Island, I was at John Lewis and I was part of the own brand team. And within that area, I got the opportunity to really identify new brands, in-house brands that we could build from scratch, identifying the customer, the target, the branding, the look and feel, the model selection. So that gave me an incredible experience. Rather daunting at the time because I didn't really have that background, but actually stepping out my comfort zone was really important, and being able to see that whole sort of brand build from start right through to finish was incredible. And I suppose within the John Lewis space, we were up against really established high-end brands like Ralph Lauren, Nudie Jeans, Levi's. So they were in direct competition with us. So it was really interesting. I suppose one of my other highlights has really been working at River. I mean, this is an incredible business. There's no right and wrong path within this business. And I suppose one of the elements that I really enjoy most is the pace, the agility and the freedom. And I think taking those opportunities to really learn from those moments is super important. Within that whole pace, it's very seldom that things work out to plan. You know, we always have a process, we always have a plan in action, but what's important is having that initial vision and then understanding where you want to land it. And there's always going to be little hiccups and things that aren't planned along the way. It's how we get over those hurdles and how we navigate around them. And I suppose for me, it's learning from that as well, learning by mistakes. None of us are ever going to get it all right. It's learning by what hasn't gone to plan and actually how we improve that for next time. You know, there's no sort of bad mistakes, and we're always sort of understanding how we can improve and how we can make it simpler or better or stronger for the next time.
Amazing. I love what you said about that, learning from the mistakes, taking those risks and just being able to improve again and again. Do you think that was a difficult thing to learn, to be able to accept it? Yeah, we've made this, we've tried this, it hasn't worked out, were moving forward, was that something that was hard, or do you think it came more natural to you?
It comes with experience.
Okay.
And it comes with understanding that tomorrow is another day.
Yes.
I'm a firm believer of that. Sometimes when something doesn't work out as you think, take a breath, understand from it, what's the important messages from that. And I think being able to think about that clearly does take a little bit of experience. It takes a little bit of experience having been in that position a few times and understanding how we navigate around it. There's always a solution, and we're always going to get to the end point. It's just that sometimes it can be smoother than others.
Yes.
And I think that's okay. Also, I think from my point of view, the team are incredible, and how we work with the team and keep that passion up with those guys. It's important that everyone has different experiences within the team, and actually picking up on those key moments, supporting each other, navigating and sort of getting through to that end point is super important.
Amazing, thank you. Okay, that was really good.
Was that
Sorry,
okay?
I really like that.
Was that
Okay, Beth, what advice would you give our islanders to help them make sure they're continuing their learning journey at work?
Make the most of what the opportunity has and what the business can bring you. Mentioned earlier, we've got learning and development courses, we've got timetable sessions, there's coaches you can lean on. But actually, what from my own sort of background, areas I've learned most is actually my own experiences and how I've really been open to potentially like raising my hand, stepping outside my comfort zone, taking on new challenges, new projects, thinking about things in a slightly different perspective. It's really important that you take these opportunities when you can, really drive it yourself, and that will give you a very strong foundation. Whether it works out or not, that experience in itself will give you that learning and that understanding of what works and what doesn't. I think lead it, own it, and champion it as well. Be the driver of your own ambition and really sort of deliver what you want to achieve. Champion it.
So, now you're in a senior sort of leadership role, what are you doing to help continue your learning?
For me, it's being curious. What else is out there? What, in terms of technologies, innovations, from a design and a product perspective. But also, who else is out there? Who should we be talking to? Who else and what else should we be targeting? Talk to my team, what is their background, what's their thoughts on the range, get a different perspective. It's that curiosity that will really sort of cement that further ambition to really push the brand or push the product in a different direction.
Amazing. I love that aspect of the sort of social learning there as well, that it's something you're doing together and bringing those people in and that networking.
That's it, and I think it's a really important part. I think that for me, certainly, as the more senior I've got within the business, the wider my pool of stakeholders has become, and people who I don't, haven't, had that communication with or that relationship with, but actually it's so interesting, and just understanding the terminologies and why they're doing something maybe on marketing or in VM. From my perspective, understanding that learning is helping me direct what we're doing from a product side.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much, Beth, for joining us. Your insight has been really, really amazing, and I'm sure all of our islanders are going to enjoy listening to this, or have enjoyed listening to this. If everyone would keep an eye out on our socials for more content about learning at Work Week, and of course a little cheeky competition in there as well. And nice to see you soon.